If you're coming to see another review of the 100-400 Mark II lens, this video is about my opinions of using the lens over the past couple of days. Basically, I've gone out to a local park, taken many images of birds, wildlife, done some test shots on cars, and also some squirrels and basically basic scenery. One last note, I just wanted to say a big thank you to Dustin Abbott, who has done some quite extensive reviews, including the 100-400 Mark II lens. I'm going to put a link to his very interesting and entertaining videos in the description, as well as the Sigma reviews that he's done, which may be of some interest to you. If obviously this video has put you off the 100-400, possibly consider one of the Sigmas or the Tamron. Check out his videos. I'll put all the links in the description so you can see all his different reviews for the 100-400 Mark II, the Tamron and the Sigmas, and hopefully that will give you more insight in which lens you prefer to go for. As you can see, that is a filter, which is the Sigma DG 77mm one. So we're going to try the test again without the filter on, because some people have been indicating there is a possibility of the filter interfering with focus. So, without further ado, let's change it to minimum focus again at 100mm. Quite quick. Let's change it to infinity. Quite quick. Let's change it to 200. Minimum focus 98cm again. Fairly quick. Let's change it to infinity focus and try again. Okay, so we're going to change it to 300mm this time. Change it to minimum focus again, and let's change it to infinity. Okay, let's go to 400mm minimum focus. And let's change that to infinity at 400mm. So this test shows removing any sort of UV filter off the lens has virtually no bearing on the speed of the focusing. So I hope that's been helpful to anyone who has wondered if a UV filter is interfering with their focusing speed. What I would like to report is I'm not too happy about the lens. I thought possibly having a UV filter on the front of the lens could be an issue, because some people had done reviews or had the lens and put filters on and found it wasn't as accurate as it should be. What I can report is the image stabilization is very good. However, it does seem that it does struggle to focus. And I'll give you an example. Is I was photographing quite a large bird. You can see an example here. Basically, I got this shot, but at one point it went completely out of focus. And basically, the image is quite small in the frame. It was coming into the frame and getting bigger and bigger, so I could have a full frame headshot. But for some reason the lens just lost focus completely. If I compare it to my 300mm lens, which is around 420mm with the 1.4 teleconverter, it's actually slower in terms of focusing, which I didn't expect with it being a newer lens. So that's my roundup of the lens really. It's quality wise, you can't beat it, it's very good quality wise, but I have found it to be lacking in terms of how much reach you actually get out of the lens. because I think 100 to 400 is quite short for wildlife photography. I think ideally you'll need 500 millimeters, 600 if you can. Obviously you can think about using the 70 to 200 with a 2x teleconverter. Might be a better way to go. I did actually do a test on a Mark 1 70 to 200 lens, and the focus is actually probably on par with this lens with the teleconverter on. So I don't think this lens is any faster than having a 70 to 200 with a teleconverter on, if I'm honest. The only difference is your image might be slightly clearer. Now Tony Northrup has done a review and a video of comparing the 100 to 400 Mark II with the 70 to 200 Mark II with a teleconverter on, and his opinion seems to suggest that basically the quality is more or less the same. So in my roundup of using the 100 to 400 quite extensively over the past week is I'm not happy with it basically. The reach isn't long enough for me to justify keeping this lens alongside a 300mm prime with a 1.4 teleconverter. Actually I'm getting less reach from a 100 to 400 even on a crop body compared to having a 300mm with a 1.4 teleconverter or extender on it. Basically you're getting 383mm from the 100 to 400 Mark II lens, but you're getting 420mm with a 300mm prime with a 1.4 teleconverter, and then obviously just work out your equations for what that works out at crop. But basically you're getting more reach with that combination than the 100 to 400. The only difference is you can't zoom in and out, but then again, what is your priority? Is it quick focus, or is it the ability to zoom in and out? So that's my roundup of the review. If you're interested, check out the other, I think it's 2 or 3 videos I've done. There is other content out there for you to have a look at in regards to the previous videos. What I'll do is I'll put a full list of all the review videos I've done on this particular lens, and it's up to you to make your mind up. But what I will say about the lens is it's extremely good quality. It's fantastic in terms of portability, it's very small. The reach 100 to 400, even when you work it out in a crop, is 160mm to 640mm. Unfortunately, that's not quite enough if you have been looking at the Sigma lenses, which are even longer, or the Tamron. So that's my roundup of the review. My opinion is it's pretty good, but the focus is unreliable. And if you need something that's going to be reliable to take your pictures, I'd probably steer you towards a prime lens, or possibly the Sigma 150 to 600 Sport Edition. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful, and thank you for